Well, hello soul family. Welcome to today's Source First channeled card read for the collective. How are we all today? Oh my goodness me, I've just been in the middle of the biggest storm. Wow, it was so beautiful. We were turning out the horses and it was in the 30s, 30 odd degrees, and the rain came. Oh wow, soaked to the skin. Isn't nature amazing? It is absolutely beautiful. Very grounding to get caught back in something like that, you know, to be reminded of the power of nature and the universe and, you know, everything that's around us that we just take for granted. I feel absolutely energized. And so I've already done, oops, too many. I already done a pre-shuffle, and I've asked Spirit to use me as a channel to get the messages to the collective who are energetically aligned to hear them. So if this video is showing up on your page, it is definitely meant for you. Thank you for your patience for the for the shuffle. I could do it off screen, but I'd really prefer to do it so you guys can see. Okay, first card out, Wolf Spirit, 67. So in numerology, that's a 13, and 1 and 3 is 4. So that's about structure. It's about your stability and your discipline of self, hard work and grounding. It's about solid foundations, your inner strength, being surrounded by your angelic team, giving you absolute safety. And the message is turn knowledge into wisdom. So immediately I am drawn to experiences, life experiences that you've been through. At the time, I'll tell you a little story. I know you like my stories. So when I've had a bit of a turbulent life, you know, many experiences. And when I first set up my Reiki practice, and I was just practicing from home, and I had 1 or 2 clients, and you know, just getting used to the healing aspect of the new found life. I didn't understand this then, but when I went to my first shop and I had so many people coming, like literally people would be booking 2 and 3 weeks in advance, and it made me stop and realize that, because there wasn't anything apart from one client who was male, and I couldn't actually go through what he had been through, but there wasn't one client, and there still hasn't been one client who I've not gone through the same experience as them. And that's not to minimize their situation or to say, oh well, you know, I've done it as well. It's to show that I have the actual understanding, not just textbook learning. And it made me realize that everything that I'd been through in my life, all these experiences, which I now understand are soul contracts, they were all to ground me for the position that I'm in today. And so I see that now as my knowledge. That was my learning, my school from the universe, my school from spirit, putting all these experiences together, from the smallest to the large, and that's knowledge, and I turn that knowledge into my wisdom, which helps me with my craft today. And that's what Spirit is asking you to do. What is it that you have been through in your life, in your experience? And I'm not just talking about recently. Like, this goes back to childhood, you know. Think about the experiences that you've had, that you've gone through, that you've hopefully been able to alchemize and heal from. they are all part of your learning curve. And I'm drawn, even though that card isn't out here, I'm drawn to a card that says nothing is wasted. And that's what I want to say to you today, that not any experience that you have been through will be wasted for the position that you're in today, and use that knowledge wisely. Okay. Next card out is Vulture Spirit. Oh my Lord. That is crazy, Spirit. Nothing is wasted. Oh my goodness me. Okay. That is a big synchronicity. Huge. So the 63, Vulture Spirit, nothing is wasted. 6 and 3 is 9, and 9 is the end of a cycle. Some would say it's the beginning of a cycle, because the cycle goes 1 to 9. So however you want to look at it, you have learned what you came here to learn. Me as well, you know, I class myself as part of this collective, and I have just ended a very poignant cycle. So I know that this is also for me too. 6 and 3 is 9, and so 9 represents humanitarianism and universal love, conclusions, spiritual wisdom and innate knowing, and completion and closing a major life chapter, which then we can let go as we begin the new cycle with a number 1. Okay, so wow, I'm blown away. So nothing is wasted. Whatever it is that you've learned, the knowledge that you've gleaned over your life, and hopefully, like I said, alchemized, you can now turn that into power, and nothing, no aspect of what you've experienced is wasted. Okay, 55. So yesterday you might have heard me talk about master numbers. Technically, to all intents and purposes, master numbers only go, so in numerology we can take the biggest number that there is and we boil it down to 1 digit. Okay, that's between 1 and 9. So if we had a 10, it would be a 1. Okay, so but then we have master numbers, and we don't boil those down to 1 digit, and they generally are 11, 22 and 33. But there is a school of thought that teaches that 55, 66, 77, 88, 99 are all to be taught as master numbers as well. And so 55 as a master number is about quantum change, so actual reality changing for you. It's about transformation and breaking the blockages that had been built up and put in place to help you to learn the aspect of your journey that you needed to learn for your highest good, for your future. It's about spiritual adventure and freedom and a major life shift again. So that's the same with number 4. And so the message is time to heal. Now, when we've been through major events like this, major lessons, and thinking about the end of a cycle and what we've had to go through and experience on a 3D level to actually get to number 9, we then need to just have a little rest. You know, we must honour the physical self. So we are souls in these physical bodies having a human experience. The physical body, whilst I always say that the soul is more important than that, because without the soul, the physical body cannot survive. But we must honour it. We must recognise that it carries, it's the vessel for the soul, for the infinite ageless wisdom that is the soul, you know. So we must take time to heal that. And often, you might have heard me say before, often when we've been through these experiences, the soul, the energy of yourself will actually go through the ascension process, and it will elevate and grow and ascend quicker than the physical self. And so we just need to allow everything to catch up to balance itself out. Okay, I'm still blown away with that card there. Wow. So I think that's a very powerful message to Spirit. You know, nothing is wasted. You have learned for this part of your journey exactly what it is you're meant to learn. Use that knowledge wisely, and honour your physical self and give it time to heal and catch up, okay, before the next phase begins. You'll be glad you did when the next cycle begins. So I would like to say Namaste to you all. Thank you for supporting me on this channel and the journey, helping the messages get out to all the collective members who are energetically aligned to receive them.